Okay, so welcome to another episode of Living Too Late. My name's Ollie Smith, and I'm sitting with my studio mate, Mark Elliott Smith. Hello, Mark.
Hello.
Right, so here we go for another podcast. What do you think of this opening music, Mark?
I like it.
Yeah.
I really like it.
I think
Yeah.
I think that we'll use that for a while. I'm kind of into it too. It's all kind of like.
I like the fact that it's a little bit more modern, isn't it?
Yes.
It's got that edge.
It's got that
Yeah,
modernness.
it's
Yeah. So we've got a slightly different. Well, we've got a bit of a format. I've invented this about an hour before arriving. Our little format. I've written it down here. So we're going to start off with some news. But before we get started, how have you been? You've finished another painting.
Yeah.
Do we talk about that now?
Can do. I don't
Yeah.
mind, or we can come back.
Yeah, you kind of got your head down and produced that quite quickly.
I did. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I had a series of these new paintings that I've been working on the ideas for these the last sort of 4 or 5 big scale paintings, and I know I exhibited at least a couple of them, if not
Yeah.
a few of them, in our last exhibition,
Yeah.
Bristol. So this latest painting is kind of a is in that line, in that same period
Yeah.
of art
Yes.
making.
Yeah.
So
I think we should get a picture of it. I mean, I don't have an image. We haven't photographed it, so I don't have an image of it.
No,
to
I
see on there,
did
so.
recently. I did have it photographed.
Okay, you've done it.
Yeah.
I'll show it like now. And they come back, and we're back.
That's it. Yeah.
You know, but you have to send it to me for the
yeah,
edit, and
yeah,
then
sure, yeah.
we're cut to it,
Yeah.
and then we're talking about it. I can see it just around the corner there.
Nice.
It looks.
I've
You've done
got-
it. I mean,
sorry.
it's a similar, in a similar vein to the last. What was the last painting that we've got a picture of, Mark?
Well, the last one.
Is it one of these that we've got on here?
Well, my most recent paintings probably is the other one on there?
Dancing with Birds.
But the Dancing with Birds one, and there was another one. It might not be up there actually.
Page 2.
Try. No. Sorry.
Is it one of these?
No.
Well, let's.
But there was another one.
So let's, for a second, let's have a look at Dancing with Birds. Dancing with the Birds of Paradise.
Yep.
Can I make that even bigger? I think I can.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. They always look better in life, though. You know,
of course.
This is the trouble. When you see something on screen, people will think, "Oh, someone did that," with one of these electric pencils or pens, on a piece of paper, sort of A5, which is totally not,
No, these are big
hundreds of
paintings
hours of painting work.
Yes.
That you just, when it cropped down like that, you just don't get that.
No.
Still.
Yeah. So these are big paintings, 160 centimeters square, and the reason I called that up is because I want to compare it to this new painting. But is there some? Is it? Would you consider it just an extension, like a progression of this painting? Is it done in the same sort of? Is it going for the same sort of effect?
I guess the last it's tricky actually, because you think that, I mean, the style has developed, and I do see it develop, which is nice, and I like that, and I think I like the way it's developed over the last sort of 10, 12 years, I guess. But saying that, I never know for certain what kind of, if the next picture's going to be of a similar feeling or style, You know, because
Right.
they've all got a similar style, but they do change. They're quite changeable as well, I think, aren't they? I mean, they're all like they're quite. You look at the paintings, and I feel like they're like almost like a family. They're like individuals.
Yeah, they've got their own
You know.
sort of personality.
Yeah, their own personality. Yeah, that's it. So, and I quite like that about them. So I can never be completely 100% sure what the next personality is going to be like. Next personality that comes out, you know.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I like
So-
that explanation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, very. What I want to say? Well done for finishing your painting so quickly and
Thanks.
really getting your head down and getting it finished.
Well,
I guess this is you've. We'll talk a little bit about my my invitation. You give me
Alright,
an
yeah.
invitation.
Sure,
We'll talk a little bit about this later. Because I guess you finished this painting for an upcoming exhibition. I mean, did you know that
yeah.
exhibition was happening, so you finished the painting faster?
I did.
Yeah, see, keeping secrets from me.
Oh,
I'm,
well, I was just so.
oh,
Sorry. No, I was just so in the zone. You know, I was just desperate to get it.
That's
finished,
okay, man.
You know, I was just. You know, I was in here. I mean, not every day of the week, but a lot of days. And really working.
I can tell.
You know, 9-10 hours a day. You know.
Yeah.
Just because I really wanted to get it done, photographed and titled, sort of in time. And I was up till 12 o'clock 2 o'clock in the morning last night. Coming up, you know, playing with words, ideas.
Have you finished?
Yeah,
Have you finished
I've got a title.
What is it?
I've titled it. Hang on. Sorry, they're quite complex titles.
The tension.
Right, okay, so it's called the Interconnected Energy of Unifying Elements.
Well, if that doesn't need a boost, I don't know. I mean, say that again. The interconnected
Energy of Unifying Elements.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I think that really described the work, because it's really difficult to think of.
We need
titles.
to see the painting again.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'll display
Maybe
it
another time.
now.
But,
I'll display it and then we'll get back to talking.
mm,
But
sure.
yeah, what were you going to say?
Yeah. So titles. It's like if you want me to talk about it, I mean, I can go into it now if you want.
Yeah.
Just briefly.
Yeah. Go on.
Well, yeah. So I always used to do a lot of creative writing, but it's something I still do a little bit when I can, but it comes and goes. But anyway, so with the creative writing, the titles, it's naming a painting. It's not an easy task, you know, because you've got to try to describe the work, bearing in mind that, you know, artwork is very subjective anyway to,
Yes.
you know, the wider audience. But in my mind, come up with a title that I feel resonates with that
With the
particular work.
Yeah, I think a lot of people give up on naming, and they just
yeah.
you know, they do a lot of untitled.
Yeah, untitled. They just state the obvious, you know, big black swoosh with some yellow zigzags. Done.
It's true. But yeah, I think you do put a lot of work into
a lot
your
of thought and energy into, because
your naming. Yeah.
there's a huge amount of thought and effort in the actual painting. Really huge
Yeah,
amount.
it's almost like
You know, So I feel like I've got to do it justice by giving it that statement,
Yeah.
the title. You know.
yeah.
Um,
You know, a lot of people will, you know, they do that. We've probably talked about this before, but they look for meaning in the title, and they go, "What does that painting mean?"
yeah. What
And
does
they
it
look,
mean?
they read the
Yeah.
title, and they go,
Yeah.
Is that what's going on in your titles as well?
Yeah, I mean, there is some of that. I mean, I like to.
It does sort of stand for the painting.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like people to wonder what in the world I'm on about. You know, what I might be talking about, what it suggests. you know, throwing in some ideas that what's that got to really do with it, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I tried to describe the title in a way that actually does make some kind of logical sense. You know, being an abstract work, you know.
Yeah.
So
making sense out of abstraction.
Sense out of chaos. That's it.
Yeah, very good.
You've got to contain this explosion of elements and color and form and expression, you know, and try to evaluate it. How do you evaluate this? You know.
Yeah, I am.
Big explosion of
I'm
color and.
I don't. I'm not. Obviously, I'm not on the same wavelength as you entirely, but everybody's different, right? So my artwork that works on a different level. So and I don't put much. I do put effort into the titles of my own work, but they're usually quite literal, and I'm dealing with symbols, so I try to refer to the combination of symbols. So so it doesn't always work out that way, but I respect the effort that you put into your titles.
Thanks.
Definitely. Yeah. So our format for today's podcast, number 7. We started the last podcast we started, we made a video and it went up on YouTube, and it went out as an audio file to the usual platforms. So the YouTube video got viewed a bit. So, I mean, not terribly popular yet.
2,000 likes?
Not too bad. Not too bad, yeah. It's going to happen, so we're quite new to this, so it's kind of developing, and I think with time we're getting more used to.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah,
I think that's the magic word. Time and a lot of work.
Time and effort.
Yeah, I mean, time and effort.
Yeah. So I've sort of, developed a bit of a format. So I started to look at perhaps we should each pick some news. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you've got any news, but I've picked out one news story which kind of got me thinking, what was going on there. I don't know if you heard about this. A school teacher, was banned from teaching over allowing their students to photograph themselves for an art project where the photographs were getting a little bit explicit.
Oh, I see.
And the teacher allowed it and reviewed the work and submitted it for their tests or qualifications.
I see.
And the board of whatever judged it and said this is highly irresponsible, and she's lucky. So
it's quite explicit then. It was the imagery. Would you say?
Well, it was.
Because that's the thing. It's a bit of a grey area. I mean, there's obvious, very explicit images.
Well, this is.
And then
they were
life drawing. Or
well, it was provocative photography. So it was like semi-nudity of teenagers, under 18s, and that is kind of really. I mean, my personal opinion is that it's shocking. Like, I cannot believe a teacher would allow that to happen. But if an artist was doing it, and it was done with care and respect and with the support of whoever's children's parents were involved.
I guess if you're going through the right channels.
Well, I'll mention an artist in a minute, because I think this is the artist they may have been referring to, or that teacher was referring to, and it just shows you that teachers aren't the most intelligent people.
No.
Because if you look at this artist's work,
but it seems
it's amazing work. Like, it is amazing work, and we will look at it.
Right.
But I thought it was a good topic because, my God, like shocking. If it was me, I would, as a parent, I would be absolutely furious. Like, if it was a fairly well established artist that asked for consent of like my children sharing a photograph, a completely innocent photograph, maybe that like it could be that they're like it's a moment captured in time, and like maybe they're hanging out in a, like I did this as a kid. I had got a photograph of myself as a toddler, about 5 or 6 year old, completely naked, hanging out in a pool, a swimming pool in the back garden at dusk. And it's a nice photograph, and it looks like it's capturing a moment of innocence and beauty. But I did a sort of graffiti version of it, like made a stencil, and I painted this version of that image, and I think I shared it on Facebook. The painting,
right?
And the painting was censored. And I was like, I didn't mean to.
No. But then that's Facebook, I guess, isn't it?
But it's my picture of myself, and I wasn't allowed to post it because it showed a young toddler naked in a pool.
I know. I don't think that's the thing.
It was a
Facebook.
painting as well.
I guess it's
of
algorithm.
Myself.
I guess its algorithm is just not that advanced enough.
I mean, just couldn't cope with. We can't
to differentiate.
Yeah, can't cope with it. So
Mm.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring. I don't know if you've heard of the photographer Sally Mann. I'm going to call up her work so you can have a look at her pictures there.
Yeah, let's see.
So
are you familiar with?
I wasn't until I looked it up.
Right.
So her so if we look at her selected works, I don't know if God, I've got to click into everything. So they're quite I would say they're quite, some of them are quite provocative.
Yeah, they're quite sensual.
Yeah, I mean, but she's known for photographing
nicely done though. I mean,
children. So it's got family pictures, but so this is at 12 it's called, and it's like they're almost like family photographs at 12, but they're quite they're quite provocative,
Yeah,
See what I mean?
You mean, yeah.
Like it's
without being
explicit. It's kind of it's okay. I mean, like this picture here.
Yeah. That's quite interesting in a way, how it does provoke.
I mean,
what does it provoke? I mean, what's it really provoking? In would you say in the eyes of
what in what way?
I
mean, these are artistic photographs.
Yeah,
right?
they are.
So, I mean, it's capturing a moment of beauty and expression and
there's a vulnerability
solitude,
as well, isn't there?
Vulnerability.
And I think maybe that connects with the viewer, that vulnerability.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I need to justify her work for her. I mean, she's a very, very successful.
Yeah,
extraordinarily successful. I can
imagine.
Like photographs sell for tons and tons of money. I don't know a lot of her work, and I think that was a.
No, thanks for.
I think really amazing artist. Actually,
yeah, I mean,
I didn't know about her.
I like this stuff too. I mean, this is more like landscape. That's
these this is called Battlefields.
Yeah. So there's something about that as well. These images, that dark
southern landscape
presence that they contain.
I tell you what,
I
tell you what I would like. I just spotted
really like
a subject, faces. I think these are not as good as I thought they would be, but interesting work, interesting artists. I'm fascinated with photographers.
Oh right.
And there's something about photography which I think is really fascinating and brilliant.
Right. Yeah.
And I wish I had a lot more time to sort of explore it. So that's Sally Mann, and I think that's who the teacher was referring to, sadly. But I mean, or there's another artist like that that was presenting sort of provocative photographs. But there's an innocence to Sally Mann's photography, but she's a well-established artist with knows exactly what she's doing, and the teacher was letting kids just photograph each other in groups, like almost. I think they were in groups and just taking their clothes off for taking their clothes off, you know.
See.
And that to me is kind of not.
So you think there was a bit of manipulation?
No, I just think she was. I think it was done out of stupidity on her part, like. But yeah, I feel maybe it was she meant well, but oh my God, no. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. That's a tricky. Yeah,
tricky, right?
Tricky one.
So, so the next bit of news is there's a exhibition festival. What's the word I'm looking for? Biennale.
Oh yeah.
Is that a word?
I think so.
There's an art fair on. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
There's an art fair on. So Art Basel is on. I think I get confused because I looked up the Art Basel website and I'm like, is this on? This is on now, right? Art Basel.
It seems to be, yeah.
It finishes in a couple of days. So where's their official website? Art Basel. There you go.
Yeah. So where is it currently based exactly? Because it looks like it travels.
It's in. Well, it's got up here Miami, Hong Kong, Paris. Yeah. But I think it actually goes wider than that.
Yeah, probably. I noticed you can apply to exhibit.
But not as an artist, though.
No,
right?
I don't think
as a
so.
gallery.
As a gallery, yeah.
But I can't see. I mean, look, what's on? Who made this website? Like, where? Tell me what's on, damn it! Like,
yeah.
The show. Okay, yeah. Like, is it on now? Yeah. Like the date's over here, 16th to the 19th of June. Good grief.
Yeah.
Sorry to overreact.
No, it's all right.
I was just getting lost. I was like, is it on now?
Yeah.
Is it on now?
Tricky.
Like, where? Tell me it's on. Sorry, audience.
There's a lot of information packed into this. I noticed.
Yeah, and there's so did you get a chance to look at? Did you find any artists that stuck at? You got.
I did look, but nothing really.
Same here.
I
mean, I wasn't surprised.
I spent some time looking. No.
But I did. Did you expect to see anything that you might like? I didn't.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know what it is about these galleries that
I was kind of a bit more hopeful, to be honest.
Fascinated at representing artists that are just so.
Yeah. I mean, a big art fair like this that travels around the world,
I know.
Maybe it's just now. I mean, maybe it's future years or.
I don't want to get too cynical, but I'm amazed at the quality of some of this work.
I think a lot of it's quite conceptual, isn't it?
Overly conceptual based. What I wanted to. Well, I took a look.
Or is it a lot of conceptual sort of installation and that sort of thing?
There is a part of it is there is a certain amount of exhibits that are installations.
Yeah.
But not crazy amount.
No, I mean there's paintings there too, but
these are very, very well established galleries presenting some of the best collected artists in the world. So anyway, I had a look and I didn't really find.
It's bizarre, isn't it? Really? I mean,
yeah, it is bizarre. I had a look and I found a Bruce Nauman light piece. Do you know Bruce Nauman's light?
Yeah.
piece. So I wonder if I can find it. No, I never find
think
it
what
on
it
this
is
crappy website.
This level of art fairs are in a completely different league, aren't they? You know,
Yeah.
it's this whole high level business. You know, it's what that comes down to. I mean, there's a lot of talent out there still, but they've, you know, this is, you know, without going into it too deeply.
So this
you know.
piece, Luder. This is Luder is in the exhibition, and I think it's in the exhibition, or I might have seen it somewhere else, but I might have made it up. I think it's in the exhibition, but I did see it. I hate the website. Sorry to go on about it. So I was like, okay, I'm just absolutely fascinated with neon. I'm obsessed with neon.
Oh, nice.
Actually. I don't know what it. Something about
neon light.
Neon light.
Or the actual it being used in an artistic way. Because I mean, those aren't neon, aren't they?
No.
They're studio lights. They're just fluorescent.
No,
lights.
just
neon has got that special.
Neon's got a certain glow and vividness to it that. So if you look at it, it looks like outline, like the way I make my stenciling, and I like very fine line outline, and neon, when you look at it like that, looks like an outline, but then it has this glow behind it, and I just absolutely adore neon. But Luder, I was just noticed that it was up for sale, $1 to $2 million for a light. I might be wrong again. I might be making this up, but
well, if that's how much it is, then I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. You know, I mean, that there was the do you know the big spider? Oh God, who's really famous?
Louise Bourgeois. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. That just sold, I think.
Yeah, it's at this exhibition.
Yeah.
I was going to mention it, but
it sold for like 2 million or something, was it? Or
yeah, I'm not surprised.
Something like that.
Not surprised.
Anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, it's there. Look, New York Times. There it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite interesting.
It's not even I mean, that's a big one, but it's not one of the bigger ones.
I've seen it actually in life.
Well, I was going to say Hauser and Wirth are there at Basel, and this is they're exhibiting one of her spiders. Whether that's and this is the one here you can see on the screen there.
Yeah.
So of course Hauser and Wirth are there exhibiting a Class A piece of artwork for artist. Top level artists, and it's like okay.
It's just like what a different, you know. You can't get much more out of range from that, can you? I mean, the league that is in, you know, I mean, not just the artwork, but the galleries. You know, it's with the artists that they're representing. You know, it's.
I quite like that piece. Quite like that. Jenna Gribson's Fake Cry, 22 Central Stage. Yeah. I like. Quite like that painting. I don't like that installation.
It really does make you wonder, though, doesn't it? How some of this art. I mean, some of it is, you know, authentically interesting and is quite well developed, but I wouldn't say necessarily a lot of it was.
No.
You know, and it does make you wonder how, in the world, it ended up at such a high market. You know. Anyway, so I mean, that just seems. I don't know. Does that seem? Am I being?
No, it's. I mean, it's
am
a
I
mystery.
being unfair? I mean,
no, no. I think it's. I mean, it's just very difficult to comprehend it, like really understand it, right? So, anyway, moving. I mean, I'm sort of. I think we can get stuck on this and just be like scratching our heads, you know, going down a rabbit hole of.
I'll tell you another
nonsense.
I mean, if you're not ready for it, then I was just going to mention this other because you said about any Instagram artists.
We'll get onto that. We'll get onto that later.
Cool.
This
Interesting.
was yes. So I can't find the piece that I found that was on.
Now that's more interesting.
Yeah, this is an artist I
To
found.
me personally, I find that
Yeah.
more interesting.
But he's got like extraordinarily different paintings. Like go from one thing to completely
Right.
different.
Yeah.
I mean, I stopped on this
Okay.
because I like the hard edge
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
But then he does
nice.
something like that, which is
Okay,
kind of
yeah.
like
I can see the resemblance, but that's a lot looser and
yeah. But then he goes to that, which is like a mosaic.
It is,
you
isn't
know?
it?
It's like I mean, but then he goes to that, and I
Wow.
love that. I love that.
Yeah, that's
And I love this one. So again, and funnily enough, this ties into what we were talking about. That these are untitled. They're all untitled, all of them. And that's like so no names. So this is I don't know how to pronounce it.
yeah.
Hemozobonig.
Is that because of the letters that are actually that make up the image? Do you think? Are they? Because I can see
I don't
that they're
know,
made
man.
up of layered letters, aren't they? In each square.
Yes. Yeah.
Quite
I mean,
interesting.
what's going on there? There's an R, there's an A, there's an E, there's a G.
And there's
Is
another
that
A behind it.
It says
Um,
rage.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? From
It does.
the top two, R-A, G-E at the bottom.
Yeah.
But it's got letters behind it as well.
But I think it's in every one. Is rage in every one? R-A-G.
Possibly, I can't
Maybe not.
make it from here.
But it does say rage, and I do quite like his work. He's at the Basil show that is on until the 20th. That's my news story.
Oh, nice.
Right. So
That's all right.
yep. That's with the Nicholas Krupp Contemporary Gallery.
Okay.
So next is our Instagram choices, and then we're almost done. It's like keep it short and sweet.
Interesting, though. I can see the similarity in the way between that and some of what you're doing with the
layering,
dividing up,
dividing up
into the,
shapes.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know about this guy before today, and now I do.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. There are. I mean, this. The reason I'm looking at these artists because of the reference the topics we're touching upon. I don't really have any major artists. I don't ever really reference any artists. I just do my own thing.
Mm.
But there are definitely artists that I know about that I've seen and I go, oh yeah, I really like what he's doing. I've always liked what he's done or she's done.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
So Instagram, Mark. Ugh.
Oh no, don't get me started.
Don't get me started. So I'm just gonna log in just so this is not it might not work logging in, I don't know. Can we not now.
We got 9 likes.
Did I get 9 likes? Not now.
Oh, is it 6?
6.
Oh, there you go.
See, I noticed how your brain turned that 6 upside down. My brain does things like that.
Mm.
I go to write something down, and instead of writing the first letter, I write the second letter instead of the first.
I do that.
Isn't
all the
that
time.
bizarre? It's like really severely dyslexic. I'm not severely dyslexic. It just catches me out every now and then.
Yeah.
So you said you found
Yeah.
an Instagram artist. Can we look them up?
Yeah, we can. I mean, this is someone that I think there's a few whose work I
Do you remember their names?
I can only remember the one the one guy off the top of my head, unfortunately.
That's all right. We only need to do one. We'll do one each, and then we'll move on.
So his name is William, and I think it's LA.
LA.
It might be one word. I'm not sure.
Laven?
And then
Laber?
and then chance.
La Chance?
Yeah,
Is it one word?
I think so. It should come up. Yeah, that's it at the top there. So, yeah. So, yeah. You know, I mean,
Should we have a look at that one? He's got a lot of likes on that, hasn't he?
yeah.
He's a popular dude.
Yeah, he's been
Been a busy boy.
he's been going. I think he's a little bit older than us.
Right. It's got He's only got 77,000, almost 78,000 followers. Wow.
Yeah. But
Good for him.
so there you go. You know. So
Is there a particular piece that you're taken with more than another, or
I
quite like them?
Yeah. I mean, I personally like
doing
that one
mosaics.
there on the wall there. I like them
This
as
one on the wall, the
oh, no,
mosaic.
sorry, in the middle.
This one.
Yeah. I think those on canvas or board, whatever it's on. I like those.
Yeah.
On that nice clean white wall.
Yeah, and it's a good size, isn't it? It's like nice and big.
I just think it's really, I mean, it's kind of like
Shall I follow him. Follow you.
Right?
Followed.
Is it collage? I guess it's some kind of form of collage and painting.
Is it?
That's. I have looked, but
You don't know.
Mine needs refreshing.
So he's got a website. Let's open up his website. We'll have a look. William LaChance. He's got some video. Oh, look.
Yeah, but I really love. I just like that nice
About.
use of the use of color.
There he is.
Yeah, there you go. So it's kind of like a painting collage kind of technique
Right.
that he's got going on, and I think it's a brilliant idea because you can create really dynamic works, and quite a lot of them. And I don't know how straightforward that technique is. It might be quite complicated, but in a way, I don't know. I mean, when you've got lots of, it's almost like you're working with a lot of images, and then you can break them down, reuse them. You can reincorporate different elements of work and build up a whole new image. Whereas what I'm doing, it's frustrating because I'm just comparing it to how I work, because I spend months and months and months trying to get one painting right. You know, and I think I do get them quite right.
Okay.
You know, they're individual. They've got that nice individual quality about them. You know, like a personality, like we were saying. And I think that's hard to achieve. Whereas this, it's a lot more open. And I don't know if it's easier to produce, but my sense is that it could be. And once you've got a way of working like that, I can imagine, especially if you've been doing it for quite some time, it would be quite simple to just put your colours and your shapes there. You've got one done, you know.
Yeah.
Which is a bit annoying because it works so well for him, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
You know, it's
can I read?
It's strong work.
Can I read this?
Sure. Yeah.
So his pictures are associations of displaced forms and colours, cribbed from graphic design, fashion, art history, and nature itself, cobbled together using a variety of methods and materials, from painting and printmaking to assemblage and sewing.
Oh, right. That's interesting.
The paintings themselves have shifting hierarchies of similar concerns of material exploration, abstract identity, formal space, and narrative expression. They openly blur the boundary between high art and applied arts, not only in principle but in practice, lending themselves to various manner of surface design, from textiles and branding to fully realised earthworks. LaChance's recent mural adorning the Kinloch Park baseball courts was named the best designed basketball court in the world.
Wow.
By the Architectural Digest.
Wow, well that would
that was that video on the homepage.
you go back at the end of the day, reasonably happy with yourself,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Best basketball court
In the
in
world.
the world.
Great. Down the shop for a bottle of champagne.
Done. What's next? Yeah. Yeah. Nice choice, Mark.
Yeah, thanks.
Mine's not as fancy as the Chance.
I really, he's got a really, I do like the working style, in that bold use of the colour and the way of putting those shapes together.
Yeah.
It's really strong, but the trouble is I could probably do something similar to that from my.
But that's not you. That's not what you do.
It's not what I do, and it's already been done. So if another artist come along trying to do work like that, then you're in no competition because you're never going to get ahead of someone with a style that's already huge. You know what I mean? So that's that.
Well, saying that, you reminded me of there's an artist. I'm not going to say his name because I think he gets too much press anyway. There's an artist going around who not only looks like Keith Haring, but pretty much does exactly what Keith Haring had always done.
Oh,
and he does these.
Mr. Doodle.
Oh, you said the name. Jesus.
I know the one. Yeah.
He looks quite a little bit similar, and he's just basically doing what Keith Haring did.
I've seen him in town actually.
He's in our town.
Yeah.
Where? Let's go get him.
I recognised him, but he was too far away. He was had a big white suit, colour, doodles all over it,
polka dots.
It was like black, like stick figures or something. I don't know.
Yep, that's the guy.
I think, yeah.
I mean, he's insanely popular, and I'm like, does everybody not remember Keith Haring? Like, this guy's just doing what Keith Haring did, and he can do it. He's got a talent for it.
Yeah.
But he's just ripping off Keith Haring. It just bugs me.
I understand, to be honest.
I mean, it is slightly different. Maybe people can call me up. Leave it in the comments. And
thing is, it's very popular. But then, I wonder how easy it is.
I don't think it's terribly easy. I mean, because he is almost like drawing it like it's a stream of consciousness. It's just like really quick.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of. It's almost like a performance.
Yes. Yeah.
So people are watching it and going, "Oh, isn't it so amazing?" Because he does it all in one go.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't stop. It starts in that corner and he goes until he fills up the whole thing. Or I've seen him painting. You've seen him painting pots or products or sculptures or.
Yeah. So what do you
anyway,
call
we're talking about him now. Now it's.
Sorry. We can move on if you want.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
I'm only joking, but I do. It does bug as artists that I'm not really picky about artists that bother me, but that guy.
I just think back to the old masters. Michelangelo or whoever. All the Renaissance artists and the amount of years that they spent doing just a painting, one painting.
Yeah.
So and the huge value in that. So I don't think we can get too far ahead of ourselves in this modern time thinking, it's great super art because it can be done in one afternoon,
But he's so talented that he doesn't make any mistakes when he paints. He goes from start to the finish with no mistakes.
Yeah, It is still doodles, but but anyway, maybe yeah.
Yep.
But I just think back to the past, past paintings.
Yeah. Let's move on. Right, my choice. Yeah. My choice is a young artist, I believe, who's doing incredibly well. Like I think her career is absolutely taking off. I discovered.
Is that her there, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Very young, I would say.
Yeah. So I discovered her work. I think I discovered it just by chance, and
Just 86 posts, though, I noticed on here.
Just 86 posts. She's got 11,500 followers, but she's just making the most amazing paintings. I absolutely adore them, and I tell her that repeatedly.
Yeah. Did she ever reply?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
She did. Look, I got a comment on here.
Because that's really nice that they've done that. Oh, excuse me. So, where's a comment? Oh yeah, that's your comment.
Yeah, so I said
it's getting unhealthy.
Yeah, I said I love your painting so much. It's getting unhealthy, and then she replied, "OMG, thank you."
Yeah, it's nice because I've said, commented on people's work on Instagram,
That's
and I've
so
got
good.
nothing back. I think, oh, sod you then. You know what I mean? It's
I don't know. I don't care whether she replies or not,
No.
but I love these. I'm obsessed with them.
they're really nicely done, aren't they?
They're fairly big as well. I mean,
What are they done on?
I think they're on board.
Right.
Sometimes on well, she's got here on canvas,
Wow.
oil on canvas.
That's oil, so that's
Yeah.
painted.
They're painted, yeah,
Wow, right.
yeah, oil.
Because that was my next question. If that was computer generated or something and
Well,
printed,
The image itself is computer generated,
right?
but then she paints it
I see.
in oils
That's
at
clever.
scale. So they're
Yeah.
small. They're small images,
Right.
and then she scales them up and
Yes.
then paints them in detail. So
That's fascinating.
it's almost like a super realist painter painting
Similar in the way I kind of have a bit of a crossover with how I work in that sense. Actually,
right,
taking from smaller drawings,
Yeah.
and then
making them
developing them, and then making them bigger.
bigger. Yeah, okay.
Um,
I mean, I just everybody loves a sort of bit of high super realism, right? But this is super realism of something that is not real.
it's fascinating. It's kind of I can see
I
why you
just
might
love
like it because they've got
Love
that.
it.
They've kind of got that sort of neon light effect in
Yeah.
a way. But
She's really talented. Look at that. I mean, isn't that incredible?
it is for painting, actually, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
For oil paint as well. I mean,
I'm literally gobsmacked when I look at that. I just go,
I think
My
that's.
God,
I
it's so
give
good.
her a lot of credit for that because to take something that that's been computer generated and then not just print that out
Yeah.
nicely,
yeah,
but to
yeah.
actually use the skill and the craft to actually repaint it.
Yeah, yeah.
In
Yeah.
the way that it looks, it's actually better.
Yeah.
It's better for being painted.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I think these
the whole visual effect is better.
I think she's really super talented, and I'm so jealous that she's that talented because I feel like
I get that.
I'm not even.
I mean, for me,
Close.
it's a totally different style of work from
Oh,
mine
yeah,
in
I
a
mean,
way. I
it
mean,
is,
a
yeah.
process, some of the process actually sounded quite similar that we were saying about just then, but the actual the work itself is
Yeah, I mean that
Very
takes a
different from my
certain,
work.
but that having that skill with oil paints takes a certain
Oh, yeah.
skill, right? So
yeah, huge skill to
Huge.
paint like that in oil.
yeah,
That's
it's a,
that's incredible.
That's a
That
serious
really-
challenge.
Yeah, technically, that's I would say that's really incredible.
Yeah. So
Especially for a young artist like that. I mean, I don't know how old she is, but
I don't know. I mean, she's not.
I would say about
She-
20, if that. I mean, I don't know.
I'm sure there she is.
Oh, right, okay.
So she looks a bit older than 20, but
Maybe it was the first picture I saw.
well, not. I mean, not much older than 20. Like, I mean, she could be 30.
30? Yeah.
But I'm just gonna. I mean,
love
look,
it.
the work is quite big behind her there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
yeah. So that's good because it gives you a sense of
Scale.
scale. You need that with certain kinds of painting. It's like with mine. That's why I like to share pictures of it in a environment.
Yeah.
So you can actually see. It's not just something small.
Yeah. I'm just gonna champion her because I'm just so obsessed with her painting.
Well, I mean,
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
it's incredible. Work.
we've talked about trying to get.
Look at
people
that.
To, yeah.
Good grief.
That's beautiful, actually, isn't it?
Yeah. Really
I
stunning.
love that metallic, color, that effect that they've been able to reproduce that with the oil paint.
Yeah, I mean,
That's beautiful, isn't it?
I mean, I would just quit everything and learn to do what she's doing and paint like that and just do it for myself. I spend the next 20 years, 10 years.
I'm feeling a bit of that jealousy now, to be honest.
Look at it.
Yeah. But I mean,
Anyway.
I really like my style, so I'm not too worried. But I'm genuinely pleased for her.
Yeah, me too. I mean, well done, Vicky. I'm gonna mention her in the notes. So we're gonna hashtag her and.
Yeah. I mean, because we were saying about trying to, if we can work towards interviewing other artists. Maybe that's someone that.
I think she's out of our league.
No, I didn't think so.
Really?
I think she'd be happy to.
Here's a picture of your work.
Yeah, it's not the best photo.
It's not the best angle, that one, Mark.
It's not. Well, it was taken at a very distorted angle, so it was like close up and leaning.
Here's you coming into the space.
Yeah.
Is that the new one on the left?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Part of it anyway is showing there. So.
Anyway, that's it for I think this podcast. Thanks for sharing your Insta choice.
No, that's all right.
William LaChance.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
Some interesting art actually to look at the end there.
Talking about Art Basel, which I'll probably never go and visit. I mean, it's not terribly exciting, is it, Art Basel? To be honest.
I don't know. Yeah. I'll see how it goes. I mean, I think there are other fairs.
There are other fairs to go to. Yeah. So, what's coming up? What's coming up? My invitation.
Of course.
So I'm going to open up my invitation to your upcoming exhibition. Look at that. Mark Elliott Smith, 16th of July to the 30th of July, 2022, at the Adam Gallery. At a real gallery.
Yeah. Can the camera see it all right?
Camera can see it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'll do a close up.
Yeah, oh, thanks. Yeah.
We'll zoom in.
No, that would be great. Yeah.
Zoom into there, please, and then come back. So
I was
that's
quite pleased with the print actually. I spend a bit of money on them, but it's worth it. I just wanted to make
it's nice.
decent impression,
Is that the new one? That's not the new one on the front, is it?
Yeah, it's the other new one. So not that
You've done
one.
another new one.
Oh no, that was I showed that one in Bristol.
Exhibition.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Space. Yeah.
So this is at Adam Gallery in Bath. 3 Northumberland buildings. Open Monday to Saturday. What's the private view? 16th of July.
Oh yeah.
12 till right in lunchtime.
Yeah. No, it's just going to be like a preview sort of thing.
A preview lunchtime.
Yeah. So it's going to be quite an informal sort of thing. So just
people can walk in.
Yeah, you just walk in.
So it's done in the middle of the day.
Yeah, that day, and then it will just carry on to the end of the day, and then from then on it's going to be from I think 10 till 4.
Okay.
Until the 30th.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, you can check out adamgallery.com.
Yeah.
And
I'm not sure if they've got the information up at the moment.
On the website. Oh.
But I'm sure they will.
Yeah, but we've got it here.
Exactly.
I'm going to put it in the description.
Okay.
In the video.
That's great. Yeah.
So that's it. I think for this podcast. Oh, it's almost an hour. I thought we could cut it down to like half an hour.
No. I think we're just not quick enough.
Oh.
It's okay,
It's okay.
I think we're doing pretty well for about.
Yeah. So.
40 something.
Yeah. So more podcasts to come. More news stories. The only thing we haven't done very much of, or partly because of the time and the climate and all that of what's going on in the world, there are not many. We haven't found many opportunities. I mean, I don't really know of any. Did you look? You've looked and you didn't really find anything at all.
No, I mean, when it comes to contemporary art, find opportunities. I mean, there's not much going on. There's this one thing, Luxembourg art Prize thing. I've gone in for it before, and
In Luxembourg.
yeah, they did actually
Mm.
write back saying, you know,
Did they?
Yeah, which is incredible actually, saying that
Doesn't usually happen.
that my work, you know, deserves, you know, is some serious looking at, you know, some
Oh, really?
real
Oh, really?
merit to the work, you know.
Brilliant.
But, you know,
What happened?
Oh well,
Pandemic.
It just no. This was actually
After.
before
Pre-pandemic.
I think this was like 2017 or something.
God, that was ages ago, Mark.
Well, 5 years or something. But you know, it's very. It seems to be quite a prestigious sort of.
So
thing
what
to go-
happened? You didn't follow it up?
No, it's well that was it. I mean, they wrote back that nice bit of writing for me, but I didn't actually get, you know, any
Selected.
further. Yeah.
Should have just kept on bugging them.
I don't know.
Come on.
I might try it again at some point, but I just, you know, I just wanted to develop the work a bit more, I guess. You know.
Yeah. I was talking to one of our studio mates in the art studios, and we were talking about that they were making more effort to go and approach galleries,
Yeah.
approach establishments, you know, like that
yeah.
could actually sell your work full
Exactly.
time, you know,
Yeah.
or once every
Someone in the
5
studio-
years.
in our studios here?
Yes.
Oh, I wonder
Yeah.
who that was.
Yeah, I won't mention them by name because they don't deserve the promotion.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, because
Fair
they want to be selfish and
Oh.
concentrate on their own practice. Why promote them? No, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking, by the way. No, sort of changed. I don't want to get into talking about other artists at the minute, but just the idea of approaching galleries with your work, I can't stress it enough how
No.
important it is. And yet I don't do it, and I know you probably don't do it, and
No, I think
not
part of the
many
problem-
artists do it.
No,
so-
it's difficult to do, for one. It's it's very difficult, especially now, trying to find a new gallery that is not completely saturated, you know, by other artists they've already taken on and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But it's not to say there aren't any. It's just going to be extremely difficult. But I think it should, and it should still be worth trying to aim for, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
somehow. So I'm not giving up on it.
Let's try and get back here a little bit sooner. I think the gap in between podcasts is a little bit too long. So maybe in a couple of weeks we have another go.
Okay.
On the end of this lovely little chat, I think we'll say goodnight and goodbye with our new theme music. We've got
Nice.
Oh, nice. It's uplifting, isn't it? It's kind of like, let's go and be productive.
Yeah.
Let's go and make some art.
We're just gonna not get too worried and anxious about what we can't control, and just go to that magical place,
Yeah.
you know, in our minds,
Yeah.
manifest. You know.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for sitting down and joining us. Thank you, Mark Elliott Smith. And thanks for listening and watching. See you soon. See you in the next episode.
Thank you.
Bye bye.